Muhammad Umar Farooq biological video. Please make sure to subscribe, like and share. Ask the question for answer and comment about the artwork. You can also answer question to each other for solving the problem in the comment below. So today we will discuss about the coronavirus infection, which is here we will discuss just Sars Covid19. SARS means severe acute respiratory syndrome, which that is caused due to the coronavirus. So the coronavirus will infect to the lungs epithelial cell. So the epithelial cell is known as the AT2 lung epithelial cell. So let's talk about the infection. So the physiological aspect of the infection and their mode of action of the coronavirus. So here is the person which that is infected the coronavirus, and that is here is the lung, which that is trachea is here, and here is the two lobe of the lungs, left and right. So the each lungs contain a trachea which that is ultimately end into the alveoli. So this alveoli is made up of more than one air sac. So the coronavirus is zoonotic virus which that infect multiple hosts such as human, bats, camel. So the sign and symptom of the coronavirus we will discuss also. So here is the trachea which that is ultimately go into the alveoli is the terminal point, and the air sac is the terminal. So here the coronavirus is zoonotic virus infect multiple hosts such as human, bat, camel. So the sign and symptom we will discuss if dry cough, difficult to breathe in and out, shortness of breathing just, and fever, nausea, fatigue due to the unavailability of the complete breathing. So the heart murmur or related heart disease or watery nose and flu. So that's all cause is due to the decrease of the surfactants. So the 82 lung epithelial cell are present in the lung, which that is basically decrease the surfactant due to the infection to kill that epithelial cell. So the epithelial cell is important thing is to produce surfactant. Surfactant reduce the surface tension during the breathe out, while increase the surface tension due to the breathe in. It means the relaxation of the alveolar sac is more due to the surfactant distance, while the increase the basically decrease the surfactant and radius of the alveolar sac due to the surfactant. So important thing is that surfactant is used for the breathe out. It means a complete carbon dioxide breathe out. So let's talk about here is the coronavirus which contain ACE2 spike protein, as well as here is the nucleocapsid and RNA. So that is ribonucleic acid are present and spike protein as well as membrane protein. So these spike protein, membrane protein and nucleocapsid is replicate basically produced by the RNA in the host. So that is host requirement because virus is non-living in the outside environment, while it is show the living characteristics inside of the living body, for example host. So here the SARS CoV-2 will be infected by the ACE2 receptor in the AT2 lung epithelial cell. So when these coronavirus will be endocytosed to become endosome, and that's produced due to the replication. So this replication is due to the replication of the coronavirus RNA, for example the genome of the coronavirus. So here is the macrophage after the replication that release into the surfactant, and here the macrophage which are used to engulf it. It is the innate immune response and produce interleukin 6, interferon gamma and interleukin 1 beta, which that is stimulate the monocyte more in from the blood. Here is the blood vessel and here is the alveolar sac, and go the monocyte into the alveolar sac where the surfactants and engulf more. While on the other hand, here is the adaptive immune response, which that is B cell which are present and recruited by the macrophage the B cell, which that B cell contain a MSC class 2 receptor, MSC class 2 molecule. For it's recognized by the T helper cell by the antigen presenting cell from the T helper cell, and this antigen presenting cell will be after recognize the B cell produce the interleukin 2, interleukin 6, interleukin 12, interferon gamma, which that stimulate more and more B cell. So I hope you make sense about the mechanism of the infection and their replication and immune response. While here is the epithelial cell. I will draw a here complete epithelial cell which that is present the AC2 receptor. This AC2 receptor is used for the endocytosis. So the endocytosis after to become a endosome. Endosome contain a virus. So this membrane fusion and viral RNA release. So here is the endocytosis inhibitor. This drug is known as the chloropromazine. While after the membrane fusion and viral RNA release, it can be inhibited by the oxycarbazate. So the oxycarbazate is the inhibitor after the endosome releasing the viral RNA for further infection site. So here is the viral RNA and endosome will release. So this viral RNA will be replication. So this replication genome positive, which that is come from the viral RNA, viral genome, which that contain cap and poly A tail. So the replicase enzyme are present which that use for it. So this is the replication and the genome positive will be formed, and this positive genome means it is contain cap and poly A tail, which that is the viral RNA, and this replicase enzyme used to replication for translation. So this replication and translation will begin from here. So that there are many RNA will be produced from the replicase enzyme. For example, negative mean it is released and it is not involved for it because it is the viral genome, while the positive RNA is also produced, which that is used for the further RNA further viral packing. So here is the 3' to 5' direction and spike protein RNA, envelope membrane, and 6, 7A, 7B, and 8, and nucleocapsid N and 9B. That is the positive also. So this combination of this RNA is used for the different protein and different tool of the virus for maturation of the virus. So that means important. And here the nucleocapsid will be formed from the nucleocapsid N9B, which that is the RNA precursor of nucleocapsid. So here is the nucleus are present in the 82 lung epithelial cell, while here is the endoplasmic reticulum are present. This endoplasmic reticulum is characteristic. It is contain ribosome. So it means rough endoplasmic reticulum, and it means rough endoplasmic reticulum used for the translation of the protein. So the assembly and budding will be formed. This budding is the maturation of the protein, while ERGEC is, for example, endoplasmic reticulum Golgi intermediate complex will be formed. This ERGEC endoplasmic reticulum Golgi intermediate complex is further trafficking into the Golgi bodies. So the Golgi body is used for cis phase to trans phase. Stack-like structure is discovered by the Camillo Golgi, which that is basically attached this cis phase to trans phase for the maturation and packaging of the virus is the maturation of the protein. It means the virus is similarly protein containing and genome. So this is the blue color shows that is the AC2 receptor. So this ACE2 receptor is attached with the after the exocytosis will release, while the ACE2 receptor will be left behind. So it means the virus will be released. It is known as exocytosis, and virus is the no into the surfactants area. So this virus is recognized by the BCR B cell receptor, and this B cell receptor is attached with the MHC class 2 to show the piece of the antigen, for example the virus, to recognize the T helper cell and contain the CD8 molecules and TC cell receptor. So, on the other hand, it is proliferation of the T helper cell into the T cytotoxic T cell, which that recognized by the presentation of the piece of antigen from the lung epithelial cell, which that is bind with the MHC1 class with a CD4 molecule is attached T cell receptor to produce the perforin and gray enzyme, which they are used for the cell death and apoptosis. So right, I hope you make sense about the immunology of the response of the coronavirus. While this B cell will be proliferate into the B memory cell and plasma cell. This B memory cell is used for the further quick response to produce antibody immunoglobulin, while the plasma cell is used on the time when infection will be first occur. So that's antigen, antibody, immunoglobulin and antibody complex will be formed and macrophage will be engulfed. It is the innate immune. So thanks for watching.